So when we open this outline, we go to properties, we see the variant attribute enabled, and if it's false, we can't basically use it. So we're going to say no, but it's already assigned to true, so we don't have to worry about that. So we go back to the outline, and we can see that there's several dimensions bolded, and we're going to talk about that later. So once we do that, once we turn on that feature, we can let's go back to our customer like we did in the previous database. So now we're gonna go to customer one again, and this time it's it's quite different. So now we see Bruce have like there's a different method of tagging, and we're gonna go ahead and look at that in more detail. So let's go and remove all, and it says overwrite conflicting associations. We say okay, and now like before, this is all we could do, tag with a particular salesperson, and that's it. But now we can do more than that. So let's just go ahead and tag to Bruce. Okay, I'm gonna go back and show you what the differences are. So now we have, if you look at the bottom right screen where my mouse is, you see we have the add range function that wasn't there before when you looked at the basic 3 database, which only had the old attribute functionality. Now we have what is called add range. Or maybe firstly we have to, let's not save changes. Maybe firstly we have to see the association tags and the attributes. So let's remove the tagging and see what happens. When we look at the tagging, now we see salesperson and we see 2 dimensions, product and year. So basically, if we look down on the right screen, we see product, that's a discrete value, and year is continuous. Continuous basically means you can have it not change historical data for a range of values that you specify. Okay. So now let's go to our old customer, our old friend, Shared Services Inc. again, and look at edit member properties. We go to associations. Now, if we go to Bruce M and add range, so basically we can choose a product, which is a discrete value, and then we can look at year, which is continuous, which gives us a range of values we might want to hold constant. And so we choose January through March, we do add range, and we see that range here. So basically we say, what we're telling essbase is that for customer 1, we want to assign Bruce to be the salesperson only for periods January through March, and for this particular product. We can create another range, add another range, and do 300 for that product for the same range. And now we're going to assign Bruce. So basically what happens is Bruce is going to be the salesperson for this product for these months. And remember, back in the old attribute, you couldn't do that. So let's go ahead and add Jason. So we'll make Bruce the salesperson for January through March for this product, and make Jason the assigned salesperson for the months. For other months, say April through June for both products. So we're going to do the first product, do add range, add another range for product 300, April through June. And we're going to assign Jason. So now we have 2 salespersons assigned for first and second quarters. We couldn't do that in the old with the old attribute function. And we're going to do OK, verify the outline. It says it's good, save, and we can run our calculate script again just to make sure. Let's just okay. Now that it's done. So now let's go to let's go to the variant attribute tab. Actually, I don't have no data there, but so basically, this is what the variant attribute tab looks like, and we're gonna refresh basic 2, where we have made all these changes, and see what happens when we refresh. So we just refreshed, and let's see what we see. So we see January through March for shared services, Inc. We've assigned Bruce M, and we can see sales for colas. And for April through June, we see sales for colas. We could undo that with the old attributes, and now you can actually do some comparison. Be like, okay, let me see the salesperson that sold more for each month, and we can just use basic Excel subtraction, and we can see that throughout for each for each month, we saw that Jason sold more than Bruce. So that can help us make decision. Maybe we need to do a permanent assignment of Jason to Supply Shared Services Inc. And so that's just an example of the variant attribute functions with respect to historical data changes. So just to clarify and to reiterate the lesson learned, all attribute once you make a change, it affects all historical data. There's no way you can just make changes, track changes over another dimension like time. Once you make a change, it affects all historical data. For variant attributes, you can make a change over and track that change over a chosen dimension. It can be product, or it can be time. And we have seen how that change is done, and that could actually help in an analysis. You can see what products sold more in a certain year after that assignment, or which color sold more, etc., etc. So that was a quick introduction to variant attributes, and I thank you for being part of this presentation today.